Hello, BNI Chicago. Rachel Cherney, your executive director here. And some of you might recognize where I am. I am in the parking lot of Ann Sather. I'm here for a BNI meeting this morning, and I'm also here to share with you this week's Summer Games video. So this week, I want you in the comments to say thank you to the person who invited you to your first BNI meeting. I was invited to BNI by a former boss of mine. He was my boss at the time. I was working at a print shop right here in Lakeview, and it was my first outside sales job. Now, I had been in printing for 5 years. I had run printing presses and done graphic design, all the different printing things. I'd also been in sales before, selling shoes and suits. And I thought when I got this print sales job, people were gonna come in, just like they did at the department store, tell me what they needed, and I was gonna help them buy the right things. I did not realize that B2B outside sales required knocking on doors, sometimes quite literally getting them slammed in my face, making hundreds of cold calls, and going to networking events. We are part of 3 chambers. I was in a young professionals group. I was going to something multiple times per week, sometimes multiple times per day, and I was exhausted. And so eventually my boss at the time suggested that I check out something called BNI. He said there are tons of rules. The food's not great. I disagree. I think the food at Ann Sather is wonderful. And he also said that it's just the same people, but it works. It will work. And so I went to my first BNI meeting. I was so nervous, but I met the right people. I got to meet everyone there. It was so efficient, so structured, and it was done in 90 minutes or less. I became a member after applying and getting into the group. And then within 5 months, I ended up quitting my job and starting my own competing printing business because I was getting so much business from my BNI chapter. So down in the comments below, please tell me how you found BNI. We're a word of mouth organization, so I know a number of you heard about BNI from a colleague, a family member, a friend, from someone from another city, another state. I even know some members who found out about BNI from people from other countries. So how did you find your way to BNI? And say thank you to that person.